outside the largest church service in my city, and I didn't hear about this until today. I ran into a secretary of the Baptist church and asked if there was anything happening Christmas Eve, which is now. And she said that she's going to a Carol's night at her old church with her family, and she's getting there an hour earlier, and because there'll be so many people, and it's this evangelical church is not only the biggest evangelical service in my city, but it's the biggest service out of all the churches, including Catholic, and which is quite of a turnaround of the last 5 years. And so to have a Carol's night is going to be a big turnout. And there's no need to miss out on really big occasions like this when you're in this type of way that I'm in, because you are immersed into the institutional church culture, and you take the good with the bad, and sometimes you delude yourself and you think, oh, this is fantastic, but really when you look back it's just all froth and bubble. But on your way there you get a little bit excited and you hope and believe that the church will change, but inevitably it does not, but you keep trying anyway. So I'm here an hour earlier and cars are going in. Don't know if you can see the background of the church there, but that entire car park will be filled with just hundreds of cars. It's about 700 seats or 1,200, I don't know, but it's a fairly large auditorium and it's only about 5 years old. And we're here just doing a bit of Bible commentary, waiting for the service to start. And this is the 6th service that I've been through in the last 3 days, from Saturday, Sunday to the Monday, and tomorrow I'll go as well. So we're up to Matthew 23, about Jesus admonishing the Pharisees. 26, blind Pharisee, first cleanse the inside of the cup and dish. It's just amazing to me how the institutional church is so unconcerned about this area that quite literally you can have the mafia living and giving inside your church, and you as institutional leaders turn a blind eye to even illegal things like this. It's just it never ceases to amaze me that that's possible to believe and behave in such a way, and businessmen can act the way that they like, so much so that I've seen elders do criminal acts, and where they would normally be jailed for the offence, and yet the church lets them go, and lets them be even elders in that church. Obviously in my travels I come across all sorts of things, from murder in the institutional church to misdemeanors, to every other sin. Parking tickets galore, just pastors speeding, going through red lights. Only last night, I heard a pastor boasting from the pulpit how he sprayed a man with rocks on his motorbike. And it's a free-for-all, and it's the exact opposite of this scripture. Blind Pharisee, first cleanse the inside of the cup and dish. I don't see how it can be made any cleaner, or clearer rather. I think that this is a bit of an obvious one to most people. Oh yeah, sure, we'll be as clean as we possibly can. Going on, that the outside of them may be clean also. So Jesus is not worrying about he's not saying that the outside of the cup needs to be filthy. Very rarely do I ever come across people who are I've never come across a person covered in ash wearing a potato cloth gown, but occasionally you come across somebody who might be shoeless in church, or not care the way that they look, but generally people overly care about the way they look inside the institutional church, and everyone likes to do the right thing, which is fine, except when you do the right thing, you placate to the world system, you're in effect signing the death warrant to Christ himself. It's one thing to be a follower of disciple, but would you defend Jesus as the Roman government takes him away from your party to the cross? It's a very difficult thing. I don't mind admitting that I do not have enough faith yet that if I was a disciple, that I could look towards Christ and instead of letting the Roman government take him, that I would be able to say, take me too, for I am as guilty as him. And not many people would be able to do that. I don't know why, but it's something within us that we all like to survive, and it's very difficult to find a place where you're in the institutional system and so far removed from it that you're willing to die for your beliefs. And this is why Jesus Christ is so world-changing and changed the world forever by his sacrifice, by God placing himself inside of a human body and being, instead of an animal sacrifice, but being a human sacrifice for all time. Going back to this blind Pharisee, first cleanse the inside of the cup. Concentrate all your life and all your endeavor on cleansing your soul and your spirit and your mind from all worldliness. That's the only thing that I can say. This is Tim Hart for the commentary, out.